And when we're making love.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am a little bit up under the weather. I am. We came back from Mexico and got something going on up here. Nevertheless, this is gonna be a real relaxed video. And honey, we just gonna talk. I'm gonna do a story time. Yeah, we're gonna talk about how me and my wife met. I'm eating a fiber-one granola bar. I really don't have an appetite. My throat is so itchy. Anyway, I need to get myself together. We're gonna talk about how me and my wife LaShanta met. I'm gonna give you my perspective, and I'm gonna let her come on here and give you her perspective. So, mind you, y'all know a little bit about us meeting in Alabama. I'm originally from Alabama, and she was in Alabama. She moved to Alabama for someone that she met in college. However, we didn't know each other. We just had mutual acquaintances. When I would go out to the club, I would see her, we would hug. It's like we always were drawn to each other, but we never hung out. We never had a real conversation. We would just always hug each other. And so, fast forward, I'm getting ready to leave Alabama to move to Houston, Texas. Well, originally it was supposed to be Dallas, girl. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. I was supposed to be moving to Dallas. Those plans fell through. I talked to my brother. He was stationed in Houston, Texas with my sister-in-law at the time. And we talked. He was like, I've been trying to tell you to come out here. Boom, bam, boom. I sold everything in my apartment. I had $300 and I moved to Houston, Texas. But before I left, I had like a big tribe that I met at the casino and just partying. And so I threw myself like a big party at my house, at my apartment at the time. And the mutual friend that me and Shanta had, he called me. He was like, your party's still going on? I was like, yeah. He was like, I got somebody with me. Do you mind if I bring her? I was like, sure, go ahead. I don't care. We got plenty of food, plenty to drink. Come through. So my homeboy, he comes through. We hug, talk. And he was like, I was like, where your friend at? He was like, she in the car. So I come downstairs and I was like, hey, friend. I was like, oh my God, hey, girl. She was like, I didn't know that it was you who he was talking about. That was his friend, and we going over his homegirl house and da 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 da. I was like, yeah. I was like, get out the car, give me a hug. That whole interaction lasted maybe like 10 minutes because it was people coming outside, people leaving, people wanting to get pictures. It was just a hustle and bustle, a lot going on at the time. And I was like, I'm gonna get up with you, before I leave. She was like, when you leave? I was like, in like 2 days. And she was like, oh, okay, get up with me. So, coming to find out, her best friend was also like this big manager of like the black card players at the casino. And him and one of the black card players invited me out to go shoot pool. So we went, we were shooting pool. He was like, hey, um, I was like, I don't know how she came up, but anyways, to make a long story short, she ended up coming, right, to the pool hall. And mind you, we have always dry flirted, in your face flirted. Like we've always flirted. It was like a draw. And she was not giving me no play at the pool hall whatsoever, no matter how much I flirted. Girl, make a long story short, this woman had a girlfriend the whole time. The whole time we hugging, we seeing each other, we bypassing each other. I didn't find this out until after we were married. She had a girlfriend the whole time. She talking about how they was on the rocks and all this. Girl, boom, bye. You was taken, and you should not have been in another woman's face if you was talking to somebody. Anyway, so, him and her was playing pool, me and Lotto, which was the black card player. We was just having a conversation, having a couple of beers or whatever. And I decided to leave because I had to get up early because I drove. I packed my car, my $300, and I drove those 9 hours to Houston. I did. So, but the name of the pool hall was Deja Vu. And when I left, I stopped at, like, it was like in a storefront. I stopped at the glass and I looked in and I was like, that's gonna be my wife. I don't know what it was about this woman. I didn't know she was in a relationship. I just knew we had this draw to each other. And I was leaving the state. Girl, I did. I don't know what type of universe soul connection I did that night. But I was on the road to Houston the next day. Went down there. Supposed to have a job that fell through. Long story short, my brother and my sister-in-law at the time moved to California. I didn't know they was leaving as early as they was. Ended up working for a call center. Some miraculous way. IT job call. Making $14 an hour. I took it. So I left Alabama in 2016. I left LaShanta in Alabama in 2016. I would say the top of 2019. By this time, I got my own place. I've been living in Houston for quite some time. I got to know the city a little bit. I met people, got burned by people, girl, just had a time. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Facebook back in the day had Profoundly or Musically, or I don't know, it was a lead. And it was where you can post anonymously, messages to people. And they could click and y'all could chat anonymously in Messenger. Or you can, instead of hitting anonymous, you could just say what you want or whatever. However, I have not seen or heard from this woman since 2016. Come to find out, one day I'm on Facebook and I see her, she make a post. Of course, I clicked Profoundly there. And I said, your skin looks like milk and honey. Girl, I just threw my line, girl. I just threw my line. She messaged me. She said, "Who is this?" I said, "You know who this is. The one that always smell good." Of course, honey. She ain't know a thing, honey. It's been about 2-3 years. Girl, what are you talking about? And I was like, you always just throwing out clues, like the one you always hugged, the one that you always gave a compliment about how good this was. Girl, just threw it my line. Girl, she could not fucking guess to save her damn life. Girl, she couldn't get it. I need to eat. I feel so much better. So I was like, Shan, because people in Alabama, people from the casino, call me Shan. People in Texas, for whatever reason, could not say Chandra or Shan. Somehow it was Cassandra, Cassandra, Shonda. They call me Nicole. So if you ever hear somebody call me Nicole, or me referencing myself Nicole, that's why. So I was like, Shan, because our mutual friend, that's what he called me. Shan. Girl, the girl didn't even know my motherfucking name, girl. We never knew each other's names. We just hugged each other and flirted with each other. We never even knew each other's name. Girl. She was like, Shan. I was like, yeah. I was just like, we have a mutual friend, Javaris. She didn't even know him by his real name. She knew him by man. God rest his soul. She was like, you talking about man? I was like, yes, man. She was like, oh, yeah. So she was like, DM me through Messenger. Let me DM you through Messenger, because we still messaging through Profoundly Anonymously. She asked me for my number. She texted me immediately. Girl, from that day to this one, we never stopped talking. From that day to this one, mind you, in Houston, I am dating. That's one thing about Chandra, baby. I love to date. You hear me? Girl, I was dating. Added her to the roster. She on the phone. I'm going out on dates. I'm having a good time, okay? One thing about y'all big women, never let anybody tell y'all what the hell y'all cannot do. Baby, as long as you look good, smell good, and you well kept, baby, you can get anything you want. Girl, have a good time. Fuck that weight until it becomes like a health problem, and then, you gotta cut back, and, you should be walking anyways. Girl, I need to take my own advice. Anyway, girl, so from that day to this one, we still talk. So I would say that was May, the top of May of 2019. We talked every single day. May 28th, she asked me to be my girlfriend. That's when she found out that I was dating other women. Girl, never let anybody feel like just because you having a good time with them that they stopping anything. As a woman, you want to stop everything because you so focused. No, you keep doing what you're doing over here until they make it official. Okay? She was like, what you doing? I was like, nothing, getting dressed. She was like, oh, where you going? I was like, I'm going on a date. Girl, I could hear her mouth drop to the floor on the phone. She could not fucking believe it because we on the phone every day, all day. Girl having Bible sessions, girl praying, going out to eat virtually. Girl, we doing everything on the phone, girl. She could not believe, where do you have time? That's how come I'm telling y'all, them niggas, they can do and have time to do any and everything they want to do. Put nothing past nobody. You can always squeeze in 30 minutes to an hour, anywhere, anytime. Girl, had full dating relationships outside of this woman because we was getting to know each other. Girl, hot in the hell, her mouth dropped to the damn floor. She was like, "You still dating?" I said, "Yeah, ain't you still dating?" She was like, "I mean, I'm talking to some." I said, "Exactly. What the fuck you thought this was?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to someone, but I backed up from her. You know, that wasn't real serious." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, you know, me and the girl I'm talking to, I mean, I really like her, you know, and, you know, boosted it up a little bit because either you're going to hop on the ship or you're going to bring it to a stop or you're going to, you know, cuff me. You know, you're going to pull it to a stop and you get off, or you're going to let me do what I want to do, or you're going to cuff me. Which one is it going to be, right?" Girl, she cuffed me. And I let her. She cuffed me. So May 28th, I did go out on that date. I did. Something happened on the date anyway. We had another conversation when I got home. I didn't necessarily drop her off right then, but I was completely transparent with Shanta. So we're talking, and she gave me a little time to cut it off. I ain't gonna lie on her. She did. She was straight player about it. I would say we talked to the end of May, all of June. I bought her a ticket to come to Houston for 4th of July weekend, 2019. She came. We had an amazing time. When I tell you an amazing time, we had an amazing time. We had all the seafood. She was a lover of seafood. I took her to all the seafood restaurants. I love sushi. I took her to raw sushi. We looked at a fireworks show. We walked in the park. All the romantic things that we had been wanting to do, we did it. And she had been selling for a while, girl. And so we just broke the chains, girl. And in August, the very next month, I went to North Carolina where she had moved to. I asked her to marry me that weekend. I stayed 1 week in North Carolina. I asked her to marry me. She laughed. She thought I was playing. I was like, "No, we can go to the courthouse tomorrow if you want." She said, "Okay." I was like, "Don't play with me. You got time enough to change your mind." And she was like, "I just want to, you know, be financially this." You know how every good person want to be so financially this, financially that. And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to force you to do anything." She was like, "Okay, you know, okay." I made my bouquet. I had just a random dress, girl. I put the pictures up here. And we got married. August. She gonna kill me. Girl, why can't I? August the 16th, 2016. We got married. And we've been together ever since. We celebrated our 6-year anniversary in Mexico because we never had a honeymoon. And it was gorgeous. Girl, your girl got a tan. You see it? Your girl got a tan. And heat rash. But girl, we had a time. And we had an amazing time in Mexico. I put some pictures, and when I tell you we genuinely rekindle our love, Shanta is a complete answer from Christ. I know that, you know, Christians say things, But can't nobody tell me that Christ is not in our relationship. Can't nobody tell me that my salvation is not real. Can't nobody tell me that the Lord does not love us, does not bless us, do not care for us. He is the third string in our relationship. We are two grown adults who have consensual love and who have a heart and soul for Christ and who knows how to pray, who knows how to fast, and our marriage is blessed, y'all. And I'm so grateful for her as a human, and I'm so, grateful in every sense. The first time I laid eyes on her to this one, our fabric has just been weaving ever since. And so I just wanted to come and tell y'all our love story. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.